dear students, now look. In this exercise, we have to find the answers while plotting the parabola and the line. As you can see, this the name of the exercise says. Graphically solving a system of linear and quadratic equations. That means that we are going to plot a line and also a parabola with the quadratic equations. And they are giving us as two equations. This is a system of linear and quadratic equations. This is the linear, as you can see. The power of the variables here is 1. And the quadratic is this one because x is being raised to the second power. Now, in this kind of exercises, the first step that we're going to do is to find the vertex. As you can see in this one, we have the A equals 1. B and C, as we have no B nor C, that means that B and C equals to 0, okay? And when B equals 0, remember that it is very easy for us to find the vertex of the parabola because we can apply this rule. When B equals 0, the vertex is going to be 0, C. But as in this case, C also equals to 0, remember? In this case, let me write it here. B equals 0 and C also equals 0. So the vertex would be 0 because this is the rule, comma, and C. And as C is 0, the vertex is exactly in the origin. Now, having the vertex, we are going to find other 2 points in order to plot the parabola. If you have the vertex and other 2 points, you are going to be able, in Alex, to plot it, the parabola. Now, look, we create the table, and in the middle, we are going to write the vertex. And then we are going to select other 2 values, one which is smaller than the vertex and other one which is greater than the vertex. So in the vertex we have x 0 and in y also 0, so the point is in the origin. Let me plot it here in the coordinate plane. So the vertex is going to be exactly in the origin. Good. And then when x equals -1, then we substitute it in the quadratic equation and we get that equals 1, y equals 1. So the point would be -1, 1. So we go in x -1 and 1 in y, so the point would be here. As you can see, the parabola is going to open upwards because the leading coefficient is positive, and here we have the first point, the other point, apart from the vertex. Then, when x equals 1, dear students, we substitute it in the original quadratic equation and we get that y equals 1. So the point now is 1, 1. So we have 1 in x and 1 in y. And here we can plot the parabola like this. Okay? In Alex it's going to be easier because once you plot these 3 points and then when you select the tool of the parabola, the parabola is going to appear automatically. Okay? Now, we have to plot the line because also they are giving us the linear equation here. And as you can see and as you can remember, we have the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept and m is, in this case, the -2 is the slope, remember. Now, let's plot the line. The step number 3 is plot the line. We know now that the x-intercept is 3. Why? Because we have it here in the linear equation that they are giving us. So I'm going to plot here the y-intercept of the line. Okay? Now, we have to find another point. Once we have 2 points, we can trace the line, remember? And as we have here the slope, and the slope is -2, with this rule, remember, that the slope equals the change in y over the change in x. So we have -2, which is this one that we have here, over 1, because this is an integer, -2, and always an integer is being divided by 1. So the changes in y is -2, so I go 2 units down, 1, 2, and then 1 unit to the right, because this is +1. So we go 1 unit to the right, and here I have the other point. As you can see, this point is also part of the parabola. So the line is going to be something like this. Okay? And there is going to be a point where the parabola is going to cross the line here. So let me explain you what we are looking for in this kind of exercise. They are giving us the linear equation and the quadratic equation, and we have to find the solutions. The solution is the points where the parabola and the line are crossing. I mean these 2 points. Okay? So here we are able to see this one, which is 1, 1. So you have to write the solution here. And also the other point would be, I have no space here to plot the number 9 in the y-axis, but this is the point, let me write it here. This is -3,9. In Alex, in the while plotting the parabola and the line, you are going to be able to see which is this point. Here it is not easy for me because I do not have enough space, but the important thing is that you realize that when you're looking for the solutions, when you are given a system of linear and quadratic equations, is this. You have to look for the points where the parabola and the line are crossing. Okay? And this is the way you have to write it in Alex. You have x, y equals, and you write first any of the 2 points, and then you have to click in the OR tool, and it's going to appear other space for you to write the other point, and that's it. Good, dear students. Have a nice day, and see you online the next class.